What's good, kinfolk? It's your boy Dom. We back, y'all. We got a brand new one from Plasencia Cigar Company, and y'all know I love me some Plasencia, y'all. This brand new cigar from Plasencia is a Nicaraguan Puro, and it's a little bit different than your other cigars that they blended, so we'll get into that in a bit. But first, let's pour up a drink, set the mood, and get this thing started. First off, if you haven't been hiding under a rock, Plasencia came out with a brand new cigar called the Alma del Cielo. Now, what that loosely transfers to is soul of the sky. When I looked it up on Google, it translates to soul of heaven, and also sky came up too. Normal tobacco for cigars are grown at a certain elevation, normally below sea level or at sea level. This cigar, however, has tobaccos that are grown in elevations at 3,500 feet above sea level. Now, you're saying to yourself, okay, so what does that even matter? Like, what does that even mean? So different climates, different soils, different elevations all affect the cigar's nuances that the tobacco leaves gives the cigar smoker. So as the tobaccos for these cigars are grown at a elevation above sea level, the reduction in oxygen to the richness of the soil, to the amount of sunlight that is getting, to how when the night falls and it gets a little colder, all affects how the tobacco grows, thus giving you a cigar that can be completely complex. Plasencia is offering a medium body experience with this cigar. There are three different sizes of this cigar. The one I'm smoking today is the 6 1/8 by 54 gauge, and it's also called the Boreal there. And then you have a hexagon shape, and there's also a smaller Robusto as well. So y'all know the drill. Let's give it a cut, cold draw, and see what we get from it. So what I'm picking up on the cold draw is a bit of straw, hay, tobacco, and some bright citrus notes. Digging the build of the cigar. I'm a Plasencia fan. Love the Alma Fuerte, the Del Campo, and the Del Fuego. Really, really nice cigars. I'm really hoping this one falls right in line with that. It's a beautiful cigar with nice color, nice oils, nice veins in the tobacco leaves. The cigar is professionally rolled. Y'all, think we're in for a treat. Time to light this bad boy up. All right, Alma del Cielo, let's go. It's a nice bright citrus note that's still hitting right with the same thing I felt in the cold draw. I'm still getting that here in the first draw. Really liking that. And also it's got a little bit of that fruit leather going on, so there's a bit of a sweeter nuance to it, which reminds me of a dried or candied fruit, right? Fruit leather. And then there's your tobacco, of course, and a bit of leather in there as well. Whew, boy, that retro hell now. Hey, you got a bit of jalapeno on that retro hell with some nice fresh black pepper on that, as well as some leather and some cedar. Yo, this is giving complex vibes to me right now, and I'm really feeling it. I've been a Plasencia fan for a while now, right? The Alma Fuerte is one of my favorites, y'all. And hey, this one might just fall in line with it, y'all. I don't know. I guess what I like about it so far, right? I like the theory and the idea behind this cigar. I mean, there's a lot that goes on cigars and a lot I don't know, right? I'm sure there's plenty of cigars that have tobaccos that are grown at different elevations and do a lot of different experimental stuff, which is really cool. It's pushing the envelope, right? But if you didn't know and you just picked up a cigar, you wouldn't even give a hoot about it. You just smoked a cigar and it feels good, it was good, it was bad, it's bad. But to know some of the detailed information about it, it's just really cool that they would, consider, hey, growing some tobacco higher up, taking that risk. The crop might not grow, it might fail, but it didn't. And they actually came out with something that's really good and unique. So I guess that being said, hopefully it earns what the mindset was in creating this cigar and can create some of those complex cigar notes that I like to get in my cigar sessions. Could you imagine that view though? Being at 3,500 feet and just the view of the mountains in Nicaragua. I mean, that'd be so cool to see it, and actually probably smoke a cigar up there would be simply amazing, y'all. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. So far, so good. Burn lines working really good. But hey, you like what you're seeing, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Love your comments. Appreciate y'all coming back to hang out with your boy. See you in a minute. Okay. Who smoked this cigar yet? What were your thoughts of this cigar? Let me know right now in the comment section below what you thought of this cigar, okay? And also, what are your favorite Plasencia blends? Let me know in the comment section down below. But let me tell you something. Burn line's really good on this cigar right now. Not having any issues, not having to touch up anything. The ash line's pretty thick and holding very well. This cigar does this thing where the flavors kind of get meshed up and muddled up a little bit, and then it just clears right up, right? So I don't know, I'm in a mixed feeling right now about that. But as it clears up, you'll notice there's a long finish to this cigar, right? And it's got a meatier bite to the cigar that reminds me of like liver, which I don't care for liver, right? But you think of liver like a broth, or think of a fried gizzard. The denseness of that meat brings about a flavor that is really rich. So I get what they're saying about the richness of the soil brings about a richer flavor of the cigar. That's holding true to what the cigar blender intended the cigar to be. So are y'all getting those same flavor profiles? Y'all let me know in the comment section below. I gotta know. We gotta compare notes here. I need to see if I'm heading the right direction here. But highlights of the first third right now, I'm loving the billows of smoke that is pouring out, and it's smoking very well, constructed exceptionally well. Kudos right now, just a little bit iffy getting into that first third, but I'll update you in the second third if anything changes, y'all. All right, kinfolk, we're blazed right through the first third into the second third. Now getting into the final third of the Alma Cielo cigar from Plasencia. And look, it's just an exceptionally well-made cigar that is well crafted, right? And here's the funny thing. So you got 3 sizes of this cigar. Now here's a little truth about it. Each size or each variant of the cigar will give you a different experience. This is the size I would normally go for, other than the Robusto. Now I'm only saying that to say that, although this cigar is okay, I don't think it's gonna be my favorite size. I think I'm gonna try the Hexagon next, and also probably the Robusto in some time, and see how those flavors change within each size. I guess for me it's the ratio. It's the ratio in this cigar between the binder, the filler, and the wrapper, which I think to me is just thrown off just a little bit. But I think in the larger gauge or smaller gauge will be the sweet spot for me with this cigar. Not saying that it's a bad cigar at all. I'm just saying that I'm looking for a little bit something different with this cigar that is quite not giving me right now. And I'm really ready to try the other sides of this cigar. Now, this cigar is a good one, right? Now, it's not better than the Alma Forte for me. That's one of my favorite cigars, right? This cigar here sits in its own stable, right? And I just got to figure out how to ride this joint. So my thing is, you got to really just experience the cigar for what it is, and then offer different takes upon the different sizes, if you can do that, and see which one's better for you. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't recommend this cigar. I do. It's a really good cigar, but just be cautious and careful on what size you pick, and maybe give yourself a little bit of a choice and then experiment with the 3 different sizes. Did pick up a little bit of a upside down cake in the second third of this cigar, which is really nice, but dissipated. Now the second to now final third of the cigar is smoking way better than the first third, in my opinion, which is, you know, it's okay. But so if you're smoking that first third and you're not liking it, you know, that could be a big thing. But hey, I pushed through it and it turned out all right. With that being said, you know, taste is very subjective, so don't take my word for it. I'm just trying to offer you something that maybe will help you in your decision as you select this cigar as your next stick to smoke in your session, right? So other than that, man, I'm not getting any other changes in this cigar. I do believe in my experience that this cigar will pretty much fairly remain the same. The amount of pepper influence in the cigar didn't change for me either, so I think it's pretty consistent with what it's doing right now, and I'm just gonna smoke it down and enjoy the rest of this cigar. I enjoy y'all being here with me. Thank you so much. Hey, if your fingers ain't tired, go ahead and give this cigar video a like and comment if you so will, please. Right? I'll see you in the next cigar review breakdown from Kindred Leaf. Y'all be kind to one another and be kindred in the leaf. We'll see you next time.